Russell was best friends with my son, so I'm going to have to put my money on Russell.
Personal opinions coming early here from Garrett McNamara. Great to have you, Garrett.
With Rodrigo Koxa, this is his first Big Wave Tour event. You know, he comes in as a wild card, but also Russell Bierke, who is going to be his first Big Wave Tour event. You know, and he's been one of the kids we've been watching kind of come up through the ranks. Last year, getting his opportunity by becoming Performer of the Year. And that's a way to get yourself onto the Big Wave Tours. If you go and you follow swells around the globe and you paddle into big waves and you have all of those things documented and put into the Big Wave Awards, you could find yourself on the Big Wave.
Throw somebody on the next one.
Well, Rodrigo Koxa has a look at this one from deep. It'll be a double trouble. Well, Tom Lowe pulls out, and it is Rodrigo.
Hey, and the water at that speed feels like cement.
So Bierke taking a beating here in the beginning of this heat number 2. This is from far back, Rodrigo Koxa.
See how fast he's going, and then he hits the bumps, and that'll whiplash. You know, you see how fast he's going. Look at this split of the peak too. Ian gonna get the best of the exchange. I think he was in the perfect spot. He ends up completing his wave. You see Russell gets a little bit forward on his board, and the energy just lands right onto his body.
João de Macedo showing his experience and pedigree here.
He is amazing. João will get barreled on 2 to 4 foot waves and then come out here and take off on 60 foot waves. He's all around good surfer.
So this is that wave from João. You know, again, he's nursing a bit of a knee injury. There was a question mark if he was going to be competing today, but he is put on his warrior outfit and is out there.
Talking of conditions, how good and buttered it looks here, and a great call having taken place here from Commissioner Mike Parsons. A little bit of a complex drop there for João de Macedo. And Tom Lowe.
Will Skudin, I think.
That was Will. My apologies. Yeah. Tom Lowe, though, sets the rail and goes the other way. So seeing surfers splitting the peaks here, guys.
Well, they're sitting on the main peak, you know, and again, today's conditions are perfect for that. You know, this is why this wave is so special, because the canyon feeds it, and it literally takes a swell that's around 8 or 9 feet of pure swell.
Maybe he thought Tom was coming right as well or something. That didn't work out there.
All right, take a look here. You can watch it as we go in with the drone footage. So he's got the rail grab, but again, these bumps, you know, you can see there's, even with the smooth face, there's still those creases that come across because you're getting the reverberation from the cliff line that comes across. You've got the current that pulls.
Batiste Pete. Will Skudin, there we saw him just buckling.
Oh, what happened there? And he knows how challenging it is to make a call here. Who's that, Tom Lowe?
Tom Lowe again.
Yeah.
Gets it moving here.
Papa Tom.
Tom's taken a few beatings here. Took a heavy pounding in that first Nazare challenge. Had to get a lot of medical attention. He's back in the jersey, and he is powering his way through this round 1 heat number 2 here. If you're just joining us, it is the World Surf League's Big Wave Tour, stop of the Big Wave Tour. And Tom Lowe already posting a wave number 3 for us, gentlemen.
You can see his boards work really good, really responsive. It's nice thin rails. I would say his board's probably medium weight, maybe a little lighter. And he just, look at that thing. It's just gliding perfect, turning. Come on, cut back.
You know, the key elements to getting to that final is saving energy, because on a big day, and then this one here, you heard this.
João.
The crowd go wild, and of course, the Portuguese fans, some of the most astute and educated surf fans in the world. They love to bring on their sports advocates. They love it.
Here with you guys, and he thought he had to get out of the country to find what he was looking for, and then after Nazare was discovered, he came home quick, and he didn't really leave. He has a boy in San Francisco that he goes to visit there, and then his boy comes here, but he pretty much came back and made Portugal home again.
Perfect positioning on that wave there for João. He's going to get another number very similar to his first, so great start for him.
That's what we're looking for. Here we go. Who's going? Who's going?
Or what we're not looking for.
Yeah.
Walsh committing to the heels here.
Yeah.
Big wall for Ian Walsh. Quick exit as well.
Now, he's a perfect example of a small wave that he can surf all conditions and really excels in the big waves. I mean, what he did at Jaws last year was the best wave ever ridden in paddle surfing. Well, this one has a good wall on it. Come on, go.
João de Macedo in position on the inside. We'll get a little chip in here. Might end up being a bit of a flat face. But your Portuguese surfer, of course, 6 Portuguese in the draw here in Nazare. João easily with the most experience. Little in and out, just harvest a small score here as we get down to 22 minutes to go. So slipping inside the second half of the heat here, guys. Here's the amplification of those waves in the canyon.
Skudin. That's the wave for the day.
He did it again. Oh, he's body surfing. Body surf award for Will Skudin right there.
Wrong? Poor Will.
Wow.
Hey, you know, I like I was mentioning is that a lot of these surfers have yet to really get their season started surfing to be able to try and...
Well, here goes Russell Bierke switching direction now. We saw him on a right-hander. Now posting his second ride of the encounter here. 3.5 to start for Russell Bierke. That's multiplied to become a 7 now, adding that second score. 21-year-old Russell Bierke here in heat number 2 this morning, joining us at the Nazare Challenge. Bierke sitting in that 4th place, critical
Ian.
non-advance. And meanwhile, heat leader Ian Walsh sets the heels again here. It's a very good morning to you, Gigsaliers, alongside Garrett McNamara and former big wave champ Peter Mel. We're breaking it down for you.
Russell.
And it's action aplenty here on the peak. But Ian Walsh getting an absolute bomb on the backhand. He's opened with the 7, backed himself up with a 5.57. Of course, best rides per surfer are multiplied. It's the competition strategies underway here in the big waves of Nazare this morning.
And all
With
these
no
outer
flotation, no flotation.
And no skis, no nothing. He had to paddle from the beach. So he comes from a very, look at that drop. That is amazing. You know, right in the center of the peak. He has been in perfect position, Ian Walsh. And, you know, you think about his experience out here. Again, look at the commitment he has.
Minimal experience.
No, he doesn't surf out here a lot, and that's just his ocean knowledge.
Look at that.
Wow. See how wide his stance is, too? That is what you need to do. You get that big, wide stance out there so you can absorb the energies and, again, the undulations of the wave.
That's a twiggy stance.
Well, Tom Lowe sitting in 4th place now with a little over 12 minutes to go. Rodrigo Koxa in 5th, Skudin down in 6th. So it is Walsh, Bierke, and Macedo.
Tom, taking a look at this.
It's right, Garrett. He's moved inside here. He has that left-hand wall. Big drop for Tom Lowe.
Oh, no.
He's going to run into a heavy convergence here.
Oh, no.
And Tom Lowe will be the sacrificial lamb here on the inside at Nazare. We'll watch for Water Patrol to keep an eye on him.
So you'll almost fill your body with a couple deep breaths before the set kind of starts to make it in there. So you're filling your blood with oxygen as we watch the replay here. I mean, he knew this wave was going to shut down on him, but at this point he's like, okay, there's only a limited amount of time left. I need to make sure that I'm going to get another solid score because he's carrying a low score.
4.81 requirement.
Yeah.
Not a big one, Pete.
Well, again, you also know that there's set waves behind it, and you start committing to a wave, and then all of a sudden realize it's going to close out. You almost want to go. As you see, he's grabbing his inflation already.
Pull in. Who's this? Bierke. Yes, come on.
Here we go.
Get around it. Come on.
Oh, Russell from deep here, the young Australian, sitting in that 2nd place position. That one's just going to mow him down as well.
My money's on you, Russell. Let's do this.
Yep. Got a 5.53, and he's backing himself up with the mid-range 3-point ride. So Bierke would want to just edge his numbers a little forward. Of course, the danger surfers now, Tom Lowe, Rodrigo Koxa, and Will Skudin. Well, Will Skudin, who really hasn't put much on, only needs a 6.22. He's your man in 6th. Here's that late drop. Do you think we're improving scores here for Russell Bierke?
Well, it was a good size set wave, you know, so it was that's going for him. Positioning is good, and then you see, unfortunately, that wave was it didn't give him the ability to angle and get out to the open face, so he just has to go straight.